It was just so crazy. I'm going to be using that word. Crazy is the word in this. The week of loss. These three major things to me happen. The LA fires. TikTok. TikTok is that celebrity. That even government wants this app Trump and these billionaires of guys is forming this scary future for ourselves. And it's going to be a very, 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 very hard journey. But what I'm trying to say, that we're capable of rebuilding small pieces at a time, but we're going to get there. Welcome back to another episode of I'm Just Sharing with Shaunda. I'm Shaunda. Hey guys, hey. I missed you last week, and I know that you missed me too. All right. I am learning how to put myself as a priority outside of work and just making sure that I'm doing things for me. I feel like it's just such a click for my 9-to-5 job, and knowing that I'm like focused on this thing until 5. You know, like it's just what it is. It's a job, and I need to treat myself as a job and get things done, you know? So learning that balance has been difficult. It is not easy, but I'm praying for consistency and I'm praying for discipline. And I know it's slowly happening, and I know it's not an easy process, but I'm moving, you know, like I'm trying. So I'm really glad that in ways, even though it may be late, I still show up for myself. I feel very comfortable with where I'm at and my pace. So I'm happy that you can be along for the ride, because I am definitely along for this ride right here, guys. It's really, really good. I'm really happy. But I wanted to get into this episode. Besides all my ups, I wanted to talk about these downs. Like, it is really, really crazy, and like what's going on and how these three major things to me happen. And I'll call it the week of loss, because like it has really, really been intense. The first thing that I'm going to be talking about is the LA fires. I just feel like with like seeing that, and it's so big. Like when I'm looking, I'm like, yo, the world is like really burning. Like it is like really, really crazy, and like what's going on and how intense it is, and how many people have like lost so much. Like knowing that this is like a family home of theirs, a home that they just built, a home that they just bought, like a home that they had for years and passed along from generation to generation. Sorry, I'm hopping right into this because it's like really, really crazy, and I just want to like share how I feel. But like with everything that's going on and people losing that, it's just so intense, and I can't put myself in that situation. But like praying, like really being appreciative and like grateful for what I have, because like knowing that there are people out there that has nothing now, like I don't want to complain. Like I understand it's like my complaint is very small, but just putting myself in those people's shoes, and like the thought process and the mental battle that you have to go through in a very, very hard time, and rebuilding yourself in these moments. Like really doing that from scratch is like really, really crazy to me. And I just pray for those people. I really, in this situation, it's just also crazy to think too, like that part, but then also thinking how in this, that people do come together to help. And I hate when it's in these drastic times, but it's been beautiful seeing the amount of donations and the people who are donating to the LA firefighters that are out there and risking their lives. And like the down part about that is like what I'm understanding, and like the information that I'm like getting is that these are men and women who risk their lives, who are still incarcerated or working to get out, that, you know, they want their sentence expunged, that like they want that gone. And it is such a crazy way that they're risking their lives, and they really do want to help, but it's still like I have a goal for myself. Like if this is a way to help me out, I'm going to do it. And it's just really intense that in that way we have those, but then also outside of that of people still, all of us coming together to help these people who have been misplaced from their homes. Seeing people and open up their doors to people and families that need help is really, really beautiful to see that, even though it's just a really, really drastic time. It's really crazy. So wrapping my head around that has been pretty eye-opening, very eye-opening in so many ways. Sorry if my voice is raspy, but I'm pushing through. The other thing about this week of loss, second thing that just seems also more crazier, is just working its way up, is TikTok. It's really crazy on how this is, and that how with learning what TikTok is and everything and seeing how it really is helping people, they built something. They put their time and energy and then money into TikTok and building that, a whole business, a whole personality where somebody feels free to express themselves on such a platform of 170 million people to see and view that. And it's so crazy. I've been talking about, it's like really crazy how seeing influencers or people who, making content is so appreciative and very thankful, because just looking at their lives of long ago, 8 years ago, however long, that they weren't in the place that they weren't now without the support of the community that they built from this platform and many other platforms. But TikTok was just shot up from, YouTube, Instagram, it really made its way to the top of, this is the app to have, so you can see my content. Everybody has this app. It really grew big. And it's just so crazy to look at the influencers and the people who say that they are very truly grateful, because us as consumers or people who actually care want to see you grow. So they put their money into you. They pay you to see you. It can be the most craziest things, the most craziest things that people get paid off of, but it's just content that people want to see. It's so crazy to me. It's just really, really crazy that type of status, and I don't know what to call it, but that celebrity, because TikTok is that celebrity, but it's that celebrity that everybody wants it, that even government wants this app that is able to have so much. It's so crazy of the power and the greediness of it, that we go to this length that it's political now. It's a political. I've never seen an app, and never. Internet just got big and the app just got big. It's just crazy that this amount of power, that somebody wants this. And seeing how it was taking away so much loss, a whole funeral that people were saying RIP to TikTok, their last videos they're putting out. And I'm like, this is big. This is big. And seeing those people out here actually telling the truth, how they got big. And it's so crazy. But still, it's just crazy that part about that is taken away from us. It got shut down. It died. It was taken away, and seeing how so many people were saying it and reposting it nobody didn't see. We know, everybody app is doing this, but it's just so crazy to wrap your head around it that you have to resend this. Is everybody experiencing this? It's so crazy with other people saying I'm in the UK. I didn't think it was going to happen to us, but it happened everywhere, everybody. And it's so crazy of having people call you and be TikTok is gone. But as fast as TikTok went, I knew everybody made phone calls, everybody reposted, everybody texted. It was the talk. And it was just so crazy. I'm going to be using that word. Crazy is the word in this. But it's of the reaction and what it's actually leaving for. What it's actually being shut down for is really crazy that this man has this, and that companies are able to do this. Like, it's really crazy. I think this rolls into the third thing is Trump, and seeing the talk on Twitter about how intense and how crazy this future. It's so crazy. I don't want to look towards this future, but I don't want to think too far ahead. Whoa, that crazy. I'm sorry, I'm really not trying to go on a tangent, but I hope you get what I'm saying here and what I'm leading to is that Trump and these billionaires of guys is forming this scary future for ourselves. Like, it's very hard to see is this not being a positive thing. Like I can't find any positivity in this because it's so much negative that's talked around this, and then the positivity ones are the ones who are supporting that man and what they want to run this for. So it's very hard to try to like step into that because come on, like look at the people that have to deal with this. Like, it's a very, very crazy time that I had to take a seat and really process what's to come and what I have to do to prepare myself. So I think in the beginning of this, I said, making myself a priority is a job, and I have to do this. But like all of us, we have to choose what we need to work on ourselves to make sure that we're going to be okay. So it's not going to be as bad, that we can take what's about to happen, financially, physically, emotionally, everything. It's time to like really work on yourself to do that, to prepare for what's going on, like for what's about to go on. Like, it's really, really wild, crazy to me. I really, the one thing that I have like faith and no, I take that back. I take that back. I want to say that there's two ways. There's duality in this, that there are the people that want to come together, and there's a lot of people, right? And if we have the numbers and we're really trying to truly positively change something, we need this like together, right? We need to come together and like have this happen. But it sucks that the other part is that the same thing that people want to get together, but it just seems for the very wrong ways. You know what I mean? Like, it's just very crazy to think about that. I think the aspect of like what I'm trying to say, that we're capable of rebuilding. We're capable of rebuilding ourselves. We're capable of getting back to where we need to be. And it's going to be a very, 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 very hard journey. But having faith in community and what you have in your foundation, your family, your home, or the community that you're building, that you're able to have that influence to talk to people, connect with them, hear their side of the story, and they hear yours, but like being influenced to do the right thing. I know that it's hard to think of like a place like that because everything is so divided, and the teachings of what's going on is division, that they, keeping us all separate is not going to keep us moving together in the right way. So being separate makes us angry and alone and feel like we can't get help. We can't ask for help. So we really do have to change that narrative, if that makes sense, that we can do it together. We can't have too much division like this when it comes to race, religion, gender, ethnicity, culture. Like, it's just anything that I feel like anybody sees, it's just so wrong, and it just divides you. Like, it's just so crazy to me. It's such a loss. But in order to gain, it's really working on ourselves and what we need to do to get together. I was very nervous coming back here and opening up again, but I felt like this is just something that has to be shared, and my thoughts on this, because this is like me learning, trying to like see both views and choose my path, but to help and just try to put goodness and change in this world. Small pieces at a time, but we're going to get there. I'm going to get there. I'm sorry. Thank you guys, though, for tuning in to another episode of I'm Just Sharing with Shaunda. Please remember to rate, like, comment, and subscribe on my YouTube page, Apple, Spotify. You can follow me on, listen there. See my visuals on YouTube, like I said, because I am also at my friend's house. So if you notice, like, the background, it's a little bit different. Yes, guys, but thank you so much. A shout out to everybody who tunes in. Please rate, like, comment, and share your stories with me. Please share your thoughts with me on like what you thought about this episode, how you feel about it. Let me know. So email me at imjustsharingpod@gmail.com. I will see you guys in the next one.